Hi, I'm Claire Petretti-Marty from yogadownload.com. The video you're about to watch is a preview of one of the classes from yogadownload.com. Before we get into the class though, I want to tell you a little bit about Yoga Download. In today's busy world, we know it can be challenging to get to the yoga studio, which is why we created Yoga Download. You have access to hundreds and hundreds of yoga videos at any time of the day, anywhere in the world. We have audio, high-definition videos, world-renowned instructors covering all different styles of yoga and Pilates. We have all different time frames, ranging from 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and even up to 90 or 120 minutes if you've got the time. You can download or stream the videos from any desktop or mobile device. The point is, you have access anywhere in the world, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. With yogadownload.com, you can take yoga anywhere. If you want to learn from world-renowned instructors from the comfort of your home, I encourage you to give Yoga Download a try and sign up for our 2-week trial. Just click on the first link in the description box below. Now let's get into the class. Hi, welcome to Yoga Download. I'm Claire Petretti-Marty, and this is Beginner's Flow, Finding Your Flow. So this class is appropriate for beginners. If you're new to Vinyasa flow, new to yoga altogether, we'll break down the poses, we'll focus on alignment, but you're still going to get that movement, that work on strength and balance and flexibility. I suggest that you get a strap or a towel, 2 blocks just in case, and I've got Rossi and Catherine here who'll be demonstrating for the class for you. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So lie down on your back. Just take a moment, get comfortable there on your mat, not too comfortable yet. Place one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. We'll begin with some breathing. So first, start deepening and lengthening your breaths. So in our yoga practice, in our flow, it's very important that we breathe mindfully, and that takes a lot of practice. I'll be reminding you a lot. We'll start with 3 cleansing breaths. So first, exhale out through the mouth. Inhale, fill up all the way to the top of your lungs, and exhale, empty it out all the way down to the base of the spine. Again, inhale, fill up. Exhale, let it go. Yep. Inhale, fill up, expand. And exhale, sigh it out. And now we'll move right into our yogic breathing, Ujjayi breath. It means victorious breath. So keep your lips sealed here and breathe in and out through the nose. Each time you exhale, constrict the back of your throat slightly so it creates an audible sound, an oceanic sound or a Darth Vader sound, whatever resonates the most with you. And I'll be reminding you a lot through our class to keep your breath steady and full. So I invite you for class to set an intention, something that maybe you're working on the yoga mat, we're going to be working on the yoga mat, like touching your toes, right? Or something you're working on off of the yoga mat. But set an intention around that for your class, okay? So maybe you want a little more freedom, a little more strength, a little more peace. Those could be great things to focus on as we move through. From here, hug both knees into your chest. Just squeeze them in a little bit here. Good. Allow the tailbone to lift up off the mat, a little stretch through your lower back. Keep the right knee and extend the left leg long. Allow it to relax back down onto the mat. And take a couple circles with your knee here. So trace a big circle with a knee in toward the body. You can just do that with one hand or both. And reverse the circle. Go the other way. We'll just ease into our practice today. Hug the knee back in again. Give it a squeeze. Extend the right leg out onto your mat and hug the left knee in now. So same thing, hug the knee in and then start taking some big circles, kind of like you were stirring a pot. And then go the opposite way. Good. Come back to center. Hug both knees in again. And roll gently to your right side. Press up to a seated position from here. So press up with the hands, and move to a tabletop position. So your hands are right underneath your shoulders, your knees are right underneath your hips. So it's super important when our hands are on the mat, if you take a peek down at them, spread your fingers really wide and root down through all the knuckles. It's almost like you were palming a basketball. This is going to protect your wrist, which is super important. Really emphasize that inner edge of the hand as well. Inhale, press your chest forward, tilt your tailbone up, let your belly relax, cow pose. Exhale, round into cat, curl the head and tailbone in, draw the navel into the spine. Good. Inhale, cow, arch the spine, look forward or up. Exhale, cat pose, press down through the hands, find that roundness in the spine. Let's do that again. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, round into cat. Return to a neutral spine. Spread your knees a little bit wider toward the edges of your mat. Press your hips back to your heels. Allow your forehead to rest down on the earth if it reaches. Allow your arms to stretch out in front of you. Child's pose, Balasana. So just a note, this resting pose is available to you anytime you need it. You can always come back here and take a break throughout practice whenever you need. Stretch the arms out, root down through the fingers again, all 10 fingers. Curl your toes under and press your hips up and back. So we're coming into a soft down dog. I would like you to keep your knees bent here. So both knees are bent. Push with your hands as if you were pressing your chest toward your thighs, tailbone up and back. Allow your head and neck to relax. Just breathe it here for a moment. Good. Now, release your left heel down, bend the right knee deeply. Good. And switch sides. And then pedal out the feet, whatever pace feels good. So we're starting to warm through the lower legs here. Keep lengthening the tailbone up and back. Good. From here, sink back to child's pose. So release down to the knees, hips back to the heels. Good. Take a breath or two here. Press back to downward dog once again. Push your thigh bones back, bringing the weight more into the legs. So if you know your hamstrings and your lower back a little tight, keep that bend in your knees. Work on melting the heels to or toward the mat. Doesn't matter if they ever get there. Lift your right leg high, three-legged dog. So important that both hips are square to the earth here, all 5 toes face down. Keep pressing evenly through both hands. Low lunge, step your right foot between the hands. This might take a couple steps, that's okay. What's important is your ankle is stacked under your knee, so you might have to scoot your foot a little bit further forward. Good. Gently release down to the left knee, or a little bit in front of the left knee. Bring both hands to the right thigh, and allow your hips to sink forward. Lift the chest here. Beginning to warm through the pelvis. Reach both arms up overhead, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Good. Keep your breath steady and full, in and out through the nose. Release your hands back down to the mat. Press back to down dog. So step the right foot back to the back of your mat. Your feet are about hip distance apart here, okay? Lift your left leg now, three-legged dog. Reach it straight behind you. Low lunge, step the foot between the hands. This side might feel very different than the first, so again, adjust the foot forward. If you need blocks under your hands to reach the mat, you can do that too. Release the right knee down now, both hands to the left thigh. Allow the hips to sink forward, lift from the chest like there's a string on your breastbone here. Sweep both arms up overhead. Release the hands down to the mat. This time, step your right foot up to meet the left at the top of your mat. Bring your feet hip distance apart, bend the knees, and thread the fingers to the crooks of the elbows for ragdoll. Now allow your torso, your head to simply hang heavy here, and then sway side to side from the hips. Keep that little bend in your knees here. Hamstrings aren't quite that warm yet. And shake your head a couple times and be nodded up and down, softening through your jaw. Feel free to take a big smile here. I'm a big proponent in enjoying your yoga practice. Doesn't have to be super serious all the time, or any of the time, just depends. Release the hands, allow them to hang heavy toward the floor. Now, you can leave your feet hip distance or toe heel the feet together, bring your big toes to touch and your heels are slightly apart. And you can see what feels more natural for you. With that soft bend in the knees, inhale, come all the way up to standing. Your arms are by your sides, palms face front. Root down through all four corners of the feet, firm the legs, hug the navel into the spine, shoulder blades down the back. This is Tadasana mountain pose. We'll take a couple half sun salutations. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, energy through the fingertips. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips, forward fold. Your knees can bend as much as you need. Inhale, halfway lift. Take a peek up the screen. Bring your fingertips up to your shins. Bend your knees here so you can get a long, flat back. This is super important to find this extension, okay? Exhale, forward fold now. Head and neck relax down. Beautiful. Inhale, rise all the way back up. Arms reach overhead. Exhale, Samastitihi. Hands come together at heart center. Let's do that again. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips. Inhale, halfway lift, bend into the knees, long spine, fingertips slide up. Exhale, fold it forward, head and neck relax. Inhale, rise all the way up. Hands together at your heart. Let's add on now. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, get that length in your spine once again. Bend your knees, plant your hands, step back to a high plank. So your body's in a straight line here, and then drop down to your knees for this first one. So shift your shoulders forward a couple inches out past your fingertips. Exhale, lower it all the way to the belly, hugging the elbows in toward the rib cage. Good, and you'll release all the way down onto your belly. Hands are right by the chest. Inhale, cobra pose. Peel up, keep the hips heavy, the feet heavy. Exhale, soften back down toward the mat. Let's do that again. Inhale, peel up, broaden across the collarbones. Exhale, soften down. Doesn't have to be high. Inhale one more time, Bhujangasana, cobra pose. Exhale, soften down. Press back to your knees. Curl the toes under, back to down dog. We'll take a couple breaths here. Think of pressing your chest toward your thighs, elongating the tailbone high. Remember, the knees can be as bent as you need here in down dog. Steady breath. Gaze front, step your right foot between your hand. Step your left foot up to meet it. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, draw your hands together at heart center. We'll take that a little bit faster. Inhale, sweep your arms high. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back, drop down to the knees like we did before. With control, lower to the belly, elbows hug into the rib cage. Beautiful. Inhale, cobra pose, peel up. Exhale, press back. You can go over the knees or straight back to downward facing dog. Couple breaths here. These are our sun salutations. We're doing them on the knees to lower it first so you can get that feeling in the upper body without straining the shoulders too much. Gaze front, step the left foot up between the hand. Step the right foot up to meet it. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, rise up, knees as soft as you need them. Hands together at the heart. Thank you for watching the video today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want access to this class or hundreds of more classes on yogadownload.com, come on over and click the first link in the description box below to start your 2-week trial today. Also, make sure to subscribe to yogadownload.com's YouTube channel and turn on the notifications so you're the first one to know when a new class is uploaded. See you over at yogadownload.com.